Hey guys, Mustang here bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today alongside the Easy A's we also had the release of the MVP 17 burst mode, and this one is very interesting because it seems incredibly easy. I don't know why they've adjusted the points the way they have, because if we go back to the main menu part here and take a look at the missions, the missions for this burst mode are exactly the same as we would expect, and the same that we've seen from some of these other previous burst modes that we've got, where the top score in order to beat all the missions is just 6,000 points, right? Which is standard, that's what we'd expect from burst mode. However, we go into this one and we can see that the categories are worth 1,500 or 1,000, depending on which one you're going to do. Then you've got the only int and physical types is the one that gives the most points. That gives 1,500. And then as we scroll down and have a look here, we have obviously the team cost, we have the status effects, the damage reduction against the specific types of characters. So I always put on the one for the one I'm not using, because obviously it doesn't really do anything. A bit of damage reduction. We've got a thing where starting from phase 3, they raise their attack and defense every turn. But then if we scroll all the way down, you can see like how few of these are ticked. All the way down to the bottom here, we have the key spheres, type disadvantage, do damage to you. But then support items not allowed is worth 2,000 points, and support memories not allowed is worth 200. So you can see the score that we would get from this run is 6,020, but I haven't had to put on any of the modifiers for giving the boss any extra attack or defense. The only thing they have compared to normal is 25% damage reduction. So this is basically just a Dokkan event where the boss has a little bit of damage reduction. Like, I genuinely don't understand how they thought this would be difficult in any way, shape or form. So this is the, where's the team that I made? So this is the team that I made. We're going to use the Frieza and 17 and then a friend Team Universe 7 just to try out the new Easy A's a bit more. I've made a full team that is reps of Universe 7. These guys only have a 160 leader skill, but then even that is going to be more than enough. So what I'll probably do is we'll jump in here, we'll see how quickly we absolutely destroy this stage, and then I might do another run where we put some of the other modifiers on. But if you wanted some extra burst mode coins, like say for example you did actually really want like some of the OSTs or some of the other stuff that's available with those burst mode coins, this is going to be the easiest one for getting like well over 6,000 points, which I know some people don't bother to do. A lot of people, you'll just get the 6,000 points and then potentially just never touch the burst mode again. Sometimes I do like to jump back into it and see if I can get a much higher score, depending on the team. There's been a few where I've managed to get like up to almost 7,000 points, but like this one, with all the modifiers and how many points they actually give you, I wouldn't be surprised if we could easily clear 7,000 points, potentially even like 8,000, because this is the thing, right? Going back to the modifiers that we picked, the enemy is just a remember, burst modes are just Dokkan events, but then the modifiers you put on them is what makes them more difficult. So we haven't put on any extra attack, defense. Actually, there's that one that's like the 200% extra, the one that's in the same section as the type disadvantage, like the damage reduction against certain typings. But other than that, we've only put on that 25% damage reduction. So if you think about how easy Dokkan events are now, just adding 25% damage reduction to the boss of a Dokkan event is basically not going to do anything. I mean, you can see here, we're basically just one-shotting him every turn. Because, of course, you know, using crazy units like this, Blue Evolution Vegeta with his Easy A dropping a 12 million attack stat. I mean, that's killing a boss with more than enough over just giving them 25% damage reduction. His additional normal attack did like 80% of his HP. So then his additional, of course he is immune to Ki Blast supers, but the additional super is not a Ki Blast, and so there's that done. And then we're on to the last phase already. So when it comes to getting the 6,000 points, this has got to be the easiest burst mode I think we've ever had. I don't know, was it the same when it came out on JP? Because I don't remember seeing anyone talk about it, but yeah, this is like, it's an absolute joke how easy this is. Like, we haven't given him any extra attack, so if this was a difficult event, we wouldn't want to put Frieza and 17 in slot 1, because they're not a slot 1 unit. And so, you know, they don't die. They did take 190k, which I guess he does have that little bit of an attack modifier, but yeah. And then these guys, they're just going to finish him off now, especially with all the additional attacks that they can get. They could potentially get more attacks after this, but we don't even need to get more attacks after this, and we're done. So probably the easiest burst mode I think we've ever gotten. So we're going to turn up the points a little bit here and see what else we can do. Get a much higher score than this. Because yeah, like the number of modifiers, normally we have to find this like fine balance between giving the boss extra HP and defense, but we don't want the fight to take like 20 minutes. But then we also don't want to give them too much attack that they could then potentially just kill you. But we don't really have to worry about that here. There you go. There's all of our burst mode missions completed now except Otherworld Warriors. Now, the one thing I was thinking is maybe they made it a little bit easier because Otherworld Warriors is not a great category. But like the other category is Universe Survival Saga. So one of the strongest categories in the game now. Oh no, we didn't even give him that one. So yeah, he didn't have that at all either. So we throw that on straight away. That's 500 points. And then again, like all of these separate attack and defense buffs, we don't even really need to give. Like, I don't like giving the enemy lots of extra HP because it just takes longer to kill them. But like giving them 500% extra defense is probably not even going to do that much. And then 50% extra attack, that's really not that much at all in the grand scheme of things. That's worth 550 points. Now the HP, you can see the numbers are pretty high. Like if we were to do this, that's 5,000% extra HP. Like, you're at 5,000%. That's such an insane number to think of. Like if a boss had 1,000,000 HP, 1,000% of that, like even 100% is obviously another million. So 1,000% is like 10 million. So that's adding 50 million HP to a 1 million HP boss. But even that isn't really that much in the grand scheme of things. So let's throw on this one as well. So this is 8,120. I absolutely could make this even harder than this, but I feel like this even isn't going to be that big of a deal. I could probably use you as a leader as well instead, because you're just better than the Team Universe 7 LR. Because yeah, I'm purposely giving myself a handicap by using 17 and Freezer as the leader as well, because they only have a 170% leader, 160 leader skill. I could throw on, I'm not even using them on the team because I know a bunch of people won't have them, as they've only been on one banner and never returned yet for Global. But the TOP androids, obviously lead tournament participants, they're a 200% lead for basically all of the reps of Universe 7 characters. So I could be using them as the leader of the team, giving everyone a 200% buff, bring a friend, probably still bring a friend Blue Evolution, like if we'd made the event actually difficult enough that we were going to take loads of damage. Bring a friend Blue Evolution Vegeta, and then this event would be even easier, bearing in mind the fact that I'm running it under such a low leader skill. Yeah, Vegeta, whilst he doesn't one-shot this guy now, considering all the additional attacks that he's going to get, he probably just finishes him off by himself anyway. Because, yeah, guaranteed crit on the additional, then he did an additional normal, and that almost finished him off. So then these guys can come in and finish him off as well. So if you just want to get the 6,000 points, get this done as easily as possible, like, you just barely have to put any of the modifiers on. So you're just facing a Dokkan event, which is, like, the rewards from Burst Mode aren't super crazy, but it's basically just free stuff. Like, this is just, I'm shocked beyond belief at how easy they made this burst mode. Like, it is crazy how easy this is. Like, this run shouldn't be that difficult, and we're going to get 8,000 points. So, bearing in mind the high score you need is 6,000. I wonder if this will be one of those goofy ones where they do like a Twitter post tomorrow or something saying, can you beat Amatsu's high score in burst mode? And he's got like, you know, 9,000 points or something, because honestly even that I don't think would be that difficult. Like, I could have put way more of the modifiers on, but I don't want the video to be super long, because I mean we've already beaten it once already. But yeah, I mean, I might do another run, maybe off camera. Maybe I'll post the screenshot in the Discord, so make sure you guys join the Discord if you haven't already. The link is down below. But yeah, I reckon you could probably get over 9,000 points on this very easily. I mean, with some of the burst modes you can get a high score and it be risky, and like you have enough of the modifiers on that you could run the risk of dying and stuff like that. So even if you put it up to that kind of level, where it would maybe take a couple of attempts if you get bad RNG, you could probably get... Could you get 10,000 points? Is that even possible with all the modifiers on? Maybe I'll find out. But yeah, let me know how you guys got on with this. I can't imagine anyone will have particularly struggled with this. Because again, like, you could even, if you really wanted to, put on one of the modifiers that gives the boss extra HP or extra defense, and then take off the ones to make them immune to like stunning and attack lowering. Especially with like the Blue Evolution and Blue Kaioken, they lower attack. I think MVP 17 might lower attack as well. So you could easily just take those, like not put those modifiers on, give the boss a little bit of extra HP, but then you can attack lower him or stun him or seal him, and like just unbelievable levels of easiness considering Universe Survival Saga. Now Otherworld Warriors, we'll do a separate video for that one. Obviously that could be a little bit more interesting because it's not the best category in the world. If you didn't summon for and pull the Golden Week Goku, then obviously it could be a little bit more difficult, because the Super Saiyan 3 Golden Week Goku, I would say, is probably the best Otherworld Warriors character currently. And you know, because he's one of the best TURs in the game. So if you have him, that's obviously going to make that mission significantly easier. But with how many points you get from these modifiers, you definitely don't need him. Because again, like, one of the things we also talk about in the burst mode videos that I do, I mention it every time, usually at the beginning, is now that we've done this first set of missions where we got 6,000 points and did Universe Survival Saga, the only other mission is use a Otherworld Warriors team. So technically you don't have to put any of the other modifiers on at all. You just put the use an Otherworld Warriors team, which gives you 1,500 points, and then just beat the event. And with no other modifiers on, it's just a normal Dokkan event, and then you beat the mission. But obviously I always do for my burst mode videos, I always get the 6,000 points anyway. But I might try doing the first run for that video without using the Angel Super Saiyan 3 Goku as my leader. We'll probably still use a friend, which I would recommend that you guys do anyway, right? Might as well use the better leader for a friend if one does come up on the leaderboard. But as you can see, we did not really struggle with this. Very risky to get all these STR orbs though, because of how many there are. But I don't think he can even really damage Blue Evolution Vegeta, so like, does it really even matter? Because Blue Evolution Vegeta are going to get guaranteed crits, 18 million attack stat. Like, watch him Super Vegeta now and actually kill him. But I don't think he even can, right? I mean, Vegeta probably just kills him anyway. But yeah, especially with the additional Super, which will be a guaranteed crit. Does he finish him off here? Not quite. And then we do get supered. Watch this kill me now. All because I had to pick up those STR orbs. But of course, he doesn't really have much extra attack, so of course he doesn't do damage. Even if we had some extra attack modifiers on, that wouldn't have done that much damage anyway. So yeah, there you go. Easiest burst mode probably of all time. Of course we get the power level boost, so now there's a bunch of extra MVP 17 medals that I don't need. Maybe at some point in the future we can get a new Frieza 17 and Goku LR and have that final part of the fight against Jiren. Imagine that as the full like super attack animation in today's quality. Like, that would be super good. But if they ever did a unit like that, I imagine we'd probably need some MVP 17 medals in order to awaken him. But there you go. So Universe Survival Saga, we just got a score of 8,120, and even that was just a complete walk in the park. So let me know what you guys got down below. I would love to see if you guys want to set the highest score you possibly can. Let us know what your top score is down below in the comment section. Like I said, I'll do a run for myself later and post a screenshot in the Discord, so do make sure you join and check that out. But yeah, very, very easy. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out all the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.